What's going on? Sorry, I have a little, we're trying to stream into LinkedIn. What's Annie up to? Hey, Doug. We are live. Okay, good. But not into LinkedIn, apparently. So trying new things. I guess we'll do that next week. So how are we today? What's going on? We have so much to talk about. Super excited to be here. Just got off it. Pardon me. Just got off of Instagram. Just making sure it's downloading. And we just got a lot going on. Masterclass is over, the live masterclass, but it is actually, there is a replay. If you are interested in taking a look, you can click on the banner inside the Facebook group, and we will also put it here. I don't know that I have. Okay, so I'm going to create it right now as we speak, because that's how I roll. Oh, here's how we can do it. Hold the phone here. This one's better. We'll do this one. Okay, got it. You ever had to type in front of someone? It's not easy. Okay, now I can show that. I didn't even know it was showing. So good. Okay, so Screenreaders, the Hollywood Gatekeepers on it. Screenreaders, that's where you can find the replays up on that page. Yes. Just trying to think. There's a lot of links. So if you ever want to start an online business, it's all about links, and then more links. The replay is awesome. The replay is from what I thought was our best session. So we don't always offer a replay. We do if there's a big cry for it. And then, and if there was one that we thought was good, and I really felt like this was a fun day. Hey, from YouTube, Baz Girl 77. Nice to see you. So, you think virtual school room is causing server into? Oh, interesting. I don't know. I'm sorry. So I'm going to say hello to people. Hey, Doug, what's up? And then hi. Can't see who that is. So if you look at the top, it says StreamYard. If you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, that will show your. You can select to show your name. Doesn't do anything other than that, as far as I know. And then hey there, live from YouTube. Nice to see the people watching on YouTube. Replay is awesome. And so I wanted to talk about it a little bit because it's been an interesting journey. And I started, if you were on Instagram with us, I started realizing, as I always pick a topic. We often pick a topic and create a handout. And there's a big thing. We don't have a handout today because I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to share my screen and show you behind the scenes in the masterclass. It's very, very exciting. But often, we've put a lot of thought into what we want to talk about and what we're going to do, and we give a handout and do all this. And so it's like so funny because I'm like, things run through my head like, did we send that email? I need to send a new screenreader email. So this week, and then the day of, whether we've prepared a handout and everything, either way, I'm always like, I'm constantly, insight is one of my values. So I'm always looking for insight all the time. And so I'm always like, what else could we do? What else could we show? What else could we? And so today I was kind of thinking about, well, let me preface this, is when the enrollment is open currently into our screen reader program. So if you don't know, we do a lot. We do a lot of training. So if you're on the YouTube channel right now, you can binge to your heart's desire. We have hundreds of YouTube videos on there of different trainings about writing your screenplay, about being a reader, about life, like all kinds of things, because we believe very powerfully that if you are an artist, or a writer, or a reader, you are an entrepreneur. And so we want you to be able to really embrace the lifestyle of making your own path. We have found that a lot of people that come in here to us are reinventing themselves in some way. That is a theme that we see over and over again, that people, if you landed on this doorstep, chances are there's an element of your life that you're wanting to kind of rework, redo. So we do a lot of work with that. We're trying to just be a place where you can come, have fun, like enjoy yourself, we hope, and think about things and think about your life and think about how it all goes together. And so we do this every single week, pretty much without fail. There's been a few, it's been now It's been every week for at least, like, I want to say a year. Every once in a while we take a week off, but in general, even if I'm on vacation or whatever, because whatever, I'm popping in for an hour, I can come show you where I am. So you'll see somewhere I'm out places or whatever. But pretty much without fail, we're here every week doing some kind of something. And so we have that. We also do homeroom now. That's a new thing. And so I know some of you have been joining us. I really would love to get more. The more people we can get in homeroom, the better. I think that it really helps the creative process to have a lot of people in a room together. And so we do that every single day, 8:30 a.m. California, 9:30 or Pacific, 9:30 Mountain, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. And we just get together for 20 minutes. We get online together and in Zoom, and we just work together quietly. And it's amazing. It gets the day started, then we unmute, we do a little dance break. And we start our day. Like, really, there's nothing to it, but I'm seeing people finish screenplays. I'm seeing people finish the screenreader course if you're in there. I'm seeing so much happening in homeroom. It's really, really cool. So if you're in homeroom, definitely let us know. So we do a lot of free trainings. We do quarterly trainings. We have one right now that's about how to build your Facebook group. That has turned into a massive training. And we also have, like, we did one about money mindset. We do them about planning your year. We do these longer sessions sometimes that are also free. And then we have the masterclass, which is where we dive really deep. And we did 4 of those live classes last week. And we really lay out, what is a reader exactly? What is the compensation? Who does this? What does it mean? We stay and answer questions. Like, we really dive into what it is. We give you a screenplay. We give you it, tell you this is the path if this is something that you want to do. A lot of people hang out in here because they're writing a screenplay. A lot of people just like the environment. A lot of people there's producers in here that sometimes are working on how they can speak better to their writers, so they learn the reading process so that they can communicate with their writers. There's producers in here that are looking for material. There's just all kinds of cool stuff happening. And so we are also, as we develop these programs, we also have some paid programs. We have a Finished, which is finishing your screenplay, just straight ahead. We have Self-Starter System, which is, how to develop good habits. And we have our screenreader programs. And so in the screenreader program, we have a self-paced version, or you can walk yourself through the course, and we have a community version inside our track where we meet every single week, aside from this. So we meet every week and we coach, we do exercises, we hang out, we do movie nights, we watch movies together, writers' room, writers read and critique each other's screenplays. Like, it's really a cool community. We have another Facebook group for that group, and that's the Insider Track. So that's one of our paid programs. So we provide a lot of free content, right? And how we view our paid programs are our free content really applies to a lot of different things. If you are an artist of any kind, the free content, I think, is valuable for you, especially if you're a writer, and it's even more so if you're a reader. Readers are our primary focus, and how that applies to writers. And so, but we really feel that we are providing this all the time. And then we feel like if you get to a point where you're like, yes, I want to learn how to be a reader, I want to go down that path. Or that you want to learn the process of being a reader because it's going to feed into something else. And we talk about that in the masterclass as well. So if this is the path you want to go, we have a paid option to get you there faster. So the paid courses are like the bullet train method. You can stay in the free work and figure it out, or you can come into our paid courses and get it done. It's basically the difference. So the same with Finished. It's called Finish. So if you want to finish your screenplay, come on in and we'll get you to finish it. So it's we have a huge success rate in Finish of people writing their first. Some people writing their first, some people it's not their first, but we have people that joined us are now on their 3rd screenplay. They had never written a screenplay before, and now they're on number 3. That's so freaking cool. It's so much fun in there. And so we have these different versions of things, but really it's, you figuring out your path, and then you can come and hang with us and we can play together. Or if you want the bullet train method, you can join a course. That's basically how we lay it out. So when we're doing that, and right now we're in what we call open enrollment. So the course is currently open. We're taking in new students until tomorrow at midnight. That's Thursday, August 20th at midnight. And then we close it down, and then we don't open it again because we want to use that time to focus on our students. Because when enrollment is open, whether it's open into our self-paced version or into the coaching version, it requires a lot of our attention. People are constantly emailing, they have questions, we're bringing people on board. There's a lot of customer service that happens when enrollment is open. There's just a lot of things that need to take place. And so if we had it open all the time, we would constantly be doing that. We wouldn't be able to really focus on the people that are in the paid courses. And so we only open it every once in a while so that most of the time we are focused on serving. We are focused on providing things. In our Insider Track program, we are well, in both programs, we're constantly adding things. Like, for instance, we came up with a list of contests that you could read for. So it's like, we put this list together, our thoughts about it, and now we have this contest for people that join. So if you've already joined, you'll be getting access to that. And if you haven't, if you join by noon on Thursday the 20th, if you get in there by noon, you'll get access to that. So we're constantly thinking, what else can we give? What else can we do? We bring in guests. We bring in Oscar winners. Just this morning, I've been editing the Oscar winner interviewing and coaching our screenreaders. So actually giving them advice and going back and forth. This is what I think you should do. And Oscar winner saying, how do I get my movie made? Okay, here, step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Like, so good. So that we're all constantly thinking of, brought in a comedy writer the other day. We brought in a line producer. Like, we're always trying to bring in, actually, I'm going to bring in someone too that's just helps people with anxiety. How do you deal with anxiety? Like, we all have anxiety, especially these days. So it's like, enrollment is open right this minute. And when it's not open, we're hunkering down, as Doug says, and focusing on our students. So during this process, there's a lot of activity, a lot more. You can look and you can see how many people we're welcoming into the Facebook group. Like, so there's a lot of activity, more people joining our Instagram. Our YouTube channel is growing, like it's growing everywhere. And so we get a lot of people that come onto those pages and they make all these comments and they give their opinions about things, and it's awesome. And we meet a lot of people every great once in a while. Well, first I want to preface, like, one of the cool things about doing this Hollywood Gatekeepers for me personally on building this online business is that the amount of growth that has been required in my life in order to do this has been astounding. Just putting myself in front of you and being willing to do that, that's been, I mean, I'm an actor, I have a degree in drama, but playing a part is much different than being myself in front of everybody. And as many of you have witnessed, it's not pretty sometimes. Sometimes it's a little bit awkward and weird. And there's some days, no matter how many lights and makeup I have on, it's like, oh, I'm not feeling it. How about Cleveland is my joke. Like, it's like, it takes some chutzpah. And the other thing is that it helps me focus in on what are my values? What am I doing here? Why am I doing this? And so I'm constantly exploring that. I am a certified virtual life coach. I've been coached on being a coach so that I can help people. And I have a coach. Actually, I have 3 coaches it's a coaching program that I'm in. It's Eben Pagan, his wife, Annie, and then Lou Dallow, who is a tech coach. So he coaches me on the technical side of building things. So like tomorrow in our Insider Track, so we meet every Thursday, I'm going to actually show behind the scenes on building a page of what we call the Screen Reader Portal. And what that is on our website. See myself swaying. That's what I mean. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So on our website, we are including a page where we are putting up our graduates. Once they graduate from the Insider Track, we will promote them. So we're building a page on our website for our graduates of the Insider Track. So tomorrow I'm going to show behind the scenes. How do I do that? How am I actually building that page using what are the tools that I use and so that everyone in there can learn for themselves if this is a route they want to take. It figures I have to build it anyway. I might as well do it and show how it's done, as well as letting the people that are in the Insider Track see what's happening with the graduates so that they can plan what they want to do. I'm super excited about it. And so we decided since enrollment is open still, that we would invite you if you wanted to join us. So you can join us for that. Hold on. Oops. I clicked on the link instead of editing it. Sorry about that. Let me put that up. So you can join us for that at hollywoodgatekeepers.net. Be our guest. Be our guest. Okay. And this is the other day I was working in homeroom and I didn't know my microphone was off and I'm like singing Hamilton. Okay, so if you go to hollywoodgatekeepers.net, be our guest tomorrow, you can hop in and join and watch what it's like on the Insider Track. So you can make a decision. If you've already joined us and you're in the self-paced version, you can upgrade if you want once you see what this is like. So we're allowing people just to come in for this one time and check it out. So, and while we're in there, you're going to see me behind the scenes building our website page. I have no idea. I've never done anything like that. That's the other thing that I love about this. It makes me grow in a major way. It makes me kind of get over myself and be like, yeah, I'm going to try this. I have no idea if this will, if it'll work, or I don't know, but we'll find out. And we thought it would be really valuable. And that's what brings me to what I wanted to talk about today, is that the thing that's been so astounding and that's been so cool is that it's really been showing us and showing me personally, like, how I value myself. How do I value what I have to offer? And it makes me, anytime I'm learning something on my own, and that's what my coach has been coaching me with, it makes me also want to turn around and ask you the same. So if I'm reaching, and one of the things that we've been talking about lately is values, because that's what I've been being coached on lately. And so you can choose the values that you want. And insight is one of my values that I've chosen, because I really want to see and always be looking for the deeper, bigger picture of something. And it made me start thinking about some of the comments that we see. We get what we call a lot of mind trash. We call it mind trash. And we see a lot of people that come in making comments because we run some Facebook ads, and then there's just new people. And we see a lot of skepticism. And I understand that completely. It's hard to believe something online. It's hard to believe something that's Hollywood based. Totally get, and actually recommend that you're diligent about checking things out before you buy online purchases or whatever, before you do it. Like, you should, there's a healthy fear of checking things out. But then we also got people that kind of, no matter what you say or do, they've just got their dukes up, and it's like, there's really not, I can't move that needle. They have to be willing to move the needle on their own. And so singing while you work is good role modeling. Thank you, Sri. Appreciate that. I can sing while I read, one of my favorite lines from broadcast news. So I want to give this an example because it was such a good one. And I don't know this person, but it was actually over on Instagram, and they posted, they said, I went to the live class. I went to their masterclass, and it's not live. It's taped. Why are you lying? It's clearly not live. I went to it twice. So they came twice just to be sure. And they say, came through the whole thing. I went through it twice, and it's definitely not live. And that was something I'd never seen anyone post before, because it's live. So I was like, oh, actually, here I am. And that's another thing, is it's an interesting thing when you run an online business and people talk about they, and I'm like, it's me, I'm they. Hello, nice to meet you. My name is they. So I was like, here I am. And absolutely, it's live. I mean, I use a PowerPoint when we do the live classes, because if you see me at all, I can be like, what? I'm sorry, what? So because I can distract easily, I love telling stories. And Doug's he helps me stay focused. I'm not gonna lie, like, he's really good about, but he's also like, ooh, tell the Christmas cookie story. Like, he has fun with it too. Like, we have fun. And so we wanted to have fun. We're doing things and whatever. And so I have a slideshow so that I will do the same thing. It's like a play, right? We're doing the same slideshow in every masterclass. However, it changes drastically, in my opinion, depending on the questions people ask, especially towards the end when we open it up for questions. It's absolutely different every time when we do that. So what you'll see, and then we do offer a replay that is recorded, and it says all over it, it's a replay. So you can know that, like, we're really transparent. It is not live. So, but what was interesting about that was, it was like, why are you lying? And why are you trying to trick us and do this? And so I was like, oh, okay, it's not. And then instead of a response of like, oh, cool, it wasn't live. Instead it was like, well, then why don't you just put your course up and what the price is? Why are you making us go through the masterclass? And it was like, well, twice. And I was like, well, I didn't respond because I responded on Instagram Live. It's easier for me to explain it this way. But it's such a great opportunity for a lesson in how we look at value. So, I kind of explained how we are absolutely live. And then it was like, why aren't you just putting the product out there? And, why do we have to take the masterclass to find out about the course? And it made me go, why is that? Why don't we just go, here's our course and here's what it costs and blah? Because it's not a product. Like, we're not Amazon. We're not selling a product. We're not a storefront. We are an experience. This is an experience. We are experiencing new days, new things, new collaborations. People are growing, partnerships are forming, businesses are springing up. Like, so much is happening. This is not a product. And so if I were to just go like, here's our course and slap a price tag on it, then you're going to look at that price tag And based on nothing that I've done, based on everything that you've done in your life, you're going to put a value to whether or not that's worth it. And I did this on Instagram, so sorry if you were there, but it's such a good one though, that I think I've seen it several times. I learned this from James Wedmore. This is such a great example. So if I were to say to you, I'm going to sell you this pen. This pen, this is a Hollywood Gatekeepers pen. So this is a pen. It's on sale, actually. It's on sale. It's only $10,000. So here, you can, here. So you can buy this pen for $10,000. There it is. That's the value of this pen. And if I just put an ad and I had the pen, which actually would be a fun experiment, and I said this pen is $10,000, and I had an ad, buy your new pen for $10,000. It's a resale. Slightly gently used pen for $10,000. Sorry, cracking me up. So you'd be like, well, but maybe someone would be like, all right, I'll buy it. And they buy the pen for $10,000. And I'm like, congratulations, it comes with a house. So you not only get the pen, but you get the pen and you get your house around it. And people would be like, well, you never said it came with a house. Because the value changes, right? Like the value, that's a really expensive pen. Not a very expensive house though. And it's because we've put a certain value on things, right? So if I were to say we have a course and it's this much and we just did an ad with a price tag on it, you would put your own idea of what the value of that is onto that thing. And then you would come to the masterclass. And the thing that happens is people come to the masterclass, and I see it all the time, and they're like, they learn. And the whole idea, what we show in the masterclass too, is whether you take the course with us or not, we show what you need to know. And so you can learn it from us, or you can figure it out on your own. Up to you. You're a grown adult. And we don't make anyone do anything. Like, it's like, you're all grown adults. You all can make choices. I count on you for, being smart people. And so that idea of coming in so that we can give you a screenplay, and we can give you a coverage template, and we can tell you how much readers make, and we can tell you you're in the right place if this is a job for you, if this isn't for you, if these are the myths that people talk about. Like, these are the things that we cover in the masterclass. And it's like, then like what you're getting yourself into. If you were just to buy a course, and we could do it that way, I guess, and you just buy it, and then, too bad if you get in there and it's not for you. I mean, we also have a refund policy because we want to make sure that people are there that want to be there. So it's like, I want to make sure that people have that experience. That's what we're all about, is creating this center of experience of all these new things. And so people can leave the masterclass, they can join with us and take the bullet route to what they want to do, or they can work it out on their own, whatever they feel is best for their life. And only you know that. So I thought it was such an interesting, it's one of the things I love about open enrollment period. It's very chaotic. And like I said, we close it down because we want to focus on our students. So during the launch period, it's really, there's a lot going on. It's very chaotic for me and Doug and Joy and Sheree. And so, we're letting people in the group, we're trying to answer questions, we're trying to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be and guiding everybody. And so it's like, yeah. Oh, look at this. I love that. 3 years, every week, something is new and different. Like, we are really committed to that. And we're always trying to, and we even say, we're always I was interrupting myself. I'm trying to learn not to do that. One of the things also I've learned, we are trying to come up with new things. And we ask in Star Tracker, like, what else do you want to do? And so they came up with, they want to do like a mixer. It should be fun. We'll hang out. So there's just so many ways that it can go. And so I wanted to use that time to talk about value and kind of talk about the whole pen lesson, which is such a good one. And then also when for you to consider for yourself, if you are a reader or you do something and someone pays you for it and you end up doing a lot of things for free, there's a balance there. So my coach teaches me move the free line, which is why we have so much free stuff. Like, we give away a lot for free because we do want to provide that value. We want you to get to know us and know that, we're not for everybody. Shocker. So it's like some people, like, I've had people go, are you on drugs? What is your deal? Like, I can't handle you. You're a little too nuts for me. And I'm like, okay. Goodbye. So it's like, we're not for everyone. And that's fine too, because the people we are for, we adore. And we only want people that want to be here, and they're amazing. And I get choked up on a weekly basis with the people that we have. So it's really, it's really spectacular. It's really gratifying. I have a level of contentment in this that's so much fun and cool. And so this idea that even in this moment, that we're here right now in this moment, even if you're not watching this live, that you're being able to take your time out to do this right now, it's like so spectacular, right? We may have been through a lot of trauma or things in our life, but we're here right now, and this is fantastic. And it was an interesting week too. I had some kind of big trauma going on, not with me personally, but around me. And so, well, it was with me personally to some level because it was happening like around me. So in dealing with that, while dealing with this, it's just the balance of life has been pretty spectacular, and it really makes me grateful for the time that I have with you guys. And homeroom, absolutely, like it's just a love fest in there, and we have so much fun, and it's like, this is so great, and it just starts our day in such a good way. So definitely come into homeroom, which is at hollywoodgatekeepers.net/homeroom. Definitely join us tomorrow for Inside the Insider's Track. And we do give away a lot for free. And, you know, check out hollywoodgatekeepers.net. Let me put some of this up. So this is, if you want to see the replay, you can go there to watch the replay. It's all hollywoodgatekeepers.net until next month, because we finally got .com. And then /Screenreaders is to check out the replay and all the info on the course if you want to do that. And then tomorrow, if you want to join us inside, if you're not in the Insider Track and you want to check it out, you can join us at Be Our Guest and come in for a session, and we'll show you what it's all about. So I was going to do behind the scenes, but I don't know that we really need that because it's all in the page that you got. So if you go to Hollywood, if you go to this one, you can see everything there. So go there, watch the replay, check out the page, and you'll see what it's all about. And value yourself. Just, if you don't walk away with anything, walk away with thinking about, what are my values? What do I want in this world? We've talked, if you go over to the YouTube channel, if you look in the Facebook group, we did the last few weeks, we've been doing things on values. Know what your values are, and then make the choice to live by them. If you value health, go make sure you exercise every day. If you value your family, spend time with them. I really value growth and insight, and this feeds that in a major, major way. So live your values, share with us. We want to hear all about it. And that's the perfect way to end this on Doug's woohoo. All right, we will be back next week, or maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Be our guest inside of the Insider's Track. All right, we will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.